Hello and welcome to this little video of a case study of retrofitting a house. We're at the Inkpot in England. My name's Hannah Thurgood, and this is the scruffy little house that comes with the Inkpot farm. So this is Highgate Farm Cottage is its grown-up name. It's built in 1850s and it's a very simple, very small, you can see by the size of the car how small the house is. It's 8 metres by 8 metres square, single storey. And I'm just showing you a number of features today, how we have adapted this house to be more efficient and more pleasant to live in. So what we're showing you here is a few kind of appropriate technology things. Up on the right we have the solar hot water panels. We have a big new flue coming out of the top that supersedes the old chimney because it gets a better draft coming on it, so it sucks the smoke away better. And a little bit of appropriate technology here that we have the electric car in the front. And that's run off the solar panels which come off the back of the building. Now, coming around to the front, it's very early March and we've just had an incredible bout of weather, of very heavy snow, so just ignore the garden, we're not looking at the garden. But what I just want to show you here is the windows that we have at the front. When we first moved here, these windows were very small, plastic UPVC double glazing, but actually very inefficient. And so one of the things that we did was get a friend of ours to have a go at building windows, and I think he did a really good job. But we've got much bigger windows, wooden, and we've also put in a double glazed round window, because retrofitting isn't just about efficiency, it's also about aesthetics. So let's take a look inside. Welcome to my scruffy home. One thing that I find quite amusing when you have a look at people's tiny houses or eco houses, how minimalist they are and how everything has been tidied away. So I wanted to give you a bit more of a realistic view of the house. So this is what it looks like on the inside, the big windows there. So what we've got is bigger windows letting in natural light. I've left the lights on because I think there's also a bit of people care of keeping spaces very light and airy as well. This kitchen is a combination of things that have literally come out of skips, pulled out of old schools, and also hand built. We also have a lovely wood fire range here that is burnt from our own wood that we supply from the farm, with which has a back boiler. We're using those hot pipes for drying clothes. So we take the combination of the water that's heated from the wood burner and the sun to get our hot water. We can also cook on this, but every important function should be supported by multiple elements. So we also have a very fuel efficient, energy efficient steam cooker on the right there, and an induction hob on the top. Looking around, everything in this house has changed pretty much. So from the floors, because as you can see that I walk in here with my muddy farm boots, so this floor has to be hard and tough and deal with dogs and hello dogs and mud and children. The back here, this used to be a brick wall, so again, ignore the garden, but we are letting in, this is the south facing wall here, so we're letting in a lot of sunlight, and look, we've got, using our biological resources to observe our microclimates, we've got one happy dog sleeping in the sun there, coming in through, so he's enjoying that passive solar gain of the thermal mass of the dark leather sofa. And these were second-hand window doors that were retrofitted into this space. We've also got a load of storage over here from old scaffolding planks. Now I find it's also about how we use the space, and there's apply self-regulation and accept feedback with stuff. I think no matter how big your house is or how many people you're sharing that house with, there is always a balance of how much stuff you have. and how much storage you have. So yeah, there's a pile of shoes. Yes, there are boxes. So let's look at the features that we have. So we have natural light coming in through the windows, which is just great for fuel efficiency, but also for soulfulness, for keeping ourselves happy. Then we have heat through the wood fire range that also heats a number of radiators. We also have, this is a really nice combination of very old technology. I mean, how old does it get of burning wood? Bang up to date with the computer that actually controls the system. So we have internet controlled heating. So I can be away from the house and, excuse me, there's Fred, hello. And so we have an external heat store, so like an additional radiator that goes outside into a well insulated heat store, and we can, so when that burns, when this wood fire burns, it throws the extra heat out into that heat store, which means in the mornings or when I'm away from home, I can get the heating on without having to put the fire on. So it's a brilliant kind of marriage of ancient technology with modern day technology. So I just wanted to show you the bathroom, because this is one example of something that's unfinished, and I think that's very important, but also a combination of up-to-date technology. So we have underfloor heating coming through under these beautiful old Welsh slate tiles that were in a skip, with a combination of an old door that's been stripped down, and I absolutely love, and that came out of someone's garden, with two separate window makers commissioned to make these windows. So it's a combination of brand new stuff, you know, paying people who know what they're doing, or to give them a chance to learn what they're doing, with a combination of using old stuff. So this bathroom is very different to how it used to look. Even the bath was a reject from someone else. But like you can see, it's not actually finished. There's other stuff still to do. And I think there's a lot of being kind to ourselves when we're retrofitting, that, you know, this can be a 10-year project. This could be a 20-year project. We need to kind of get used to the idea that we can't do everything at once. We can't finish everything at once. So we've got the light, we've got the heat. There's the appropriate technology of using up-to-date stuff with the computers as well, and the aesthetics of, I like to put in a few fairy lights around the place, or have my friends' art up on the walls. And one of the other things is, how do we use the space? So what you may have noticed is we have this ladder coming up here, is we have a tiny loft upstairs, but we're in the process, me and my 10-year-old daughter are in the process of doing a loft conversion so that can be used as another space. So she made that loft hatch herself, which I think is pretty cool for a 10-year-old. Okay, so I think that's about it for the moment. Okay, thanks for coming into my home.